Good morning, students. In last class, we have discussed about some more divisibility rules. Based on that, we are going to solve exercise 3.5. Now, see here, which of the following statements are true? They are told which of the following statements are true. First one, see here, if a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. Now, see here, take any number. I will take 3. If a number is divisible by 3, here 3 is divisible by 3, yes or no? 3 is divisible by 3. It must be divisible by 9 also. Okay, they are asking, here 3 is divisible by 3. Is 3 is divisible by 9? This is not possible, right? This is false. Now second here, if a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. Is it correct, student? See here, if a number is divisible by 9, take any number. I will take 18. 18 is divisible by 9. Okay. Now it must be divisible by 3. Is this 18 is divisible by 3? Definitely yes. Here what I told that. See, what are the factors of 9? 1, 3, 9. We have learned that if a number is divisible by any one number, definitely if this number is divisible by this number means this number factors are also divisible. This number factors are also divisible by the given number. Okay, this is true. Now third one, here, a number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. What they are giving here, a number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. Is there anything we are told like this? No, this is false. Okay, next here, if a number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. Yes, this is the rule we have learned. What is that? If any number is divisible by the two co-prime numbers, if any number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, definitely the given number is also divisible by the product of this co-prime number. Yes or no? Take any number which is divisible by 9 and divisible by 10. Okay, definitely that number is divisible by 90 also. This answer is true. Now see, if two numbers are co-primes, at least one of them must be prime. Now see, 4 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Yes or no? 4 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Why these are co-prime numbers? Because the common factor is only 1. But there is no any rule that 1 should be prime. No, this is false. FC. All numbers which are divisible by 4 must also be divisible by 8. Is it true? All numbers which are divisible by 4 must also be divisible by 8? No, this is false. This is the same as the A1. Okay. All numbers which are divisible by 8 must also be divisible by 4. Yes, because the 8 factor is 4. I told that if a given number is divisible by one number, definitely the factors of that number are also divisible by that number. Now see, here you take one example. I will give one example for G1. See here. Now see, all numbers which are divisible by 8. Now say G1, I will give example. All numbers which are divisible by 8. Now I will take 32. This 32 is divisible by 8, right? this 32 is divisible by 8. See here, all numbers which are divisible by 8 must also be divisible by 4, they are asking. The factors of 8 are what? The factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, 8. So these are the factors of this 8. Definitely, if 32 is divisible by 8 means this 32 is divisible by the factors of 8 also. Here 4 is included. Yes or no? Now see, all numbers which are divisible by 8 must also be divisible by 4. Yes, this answer is true. We will write it as true. Next, see H1. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. They are asking, if a number exactly divides two numbers separately. Now see here, take any two numbers, right? See here 90 is there. Now 9 and 10. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, okay? Now see here, 90 divided by 9. This 90 is divisible by 9 and 90 is divisible by 10 also. It must exactly divide the sum. Yes. What is the sum of 9 and 10? It is 90. So this 90 is divisible by 9. Yes, this answer is true. So now one more is there. We will see that. It is I1, see here, I. If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, if a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must exactly divide the two numbers separately. Now see what they are asking, if a number divides the sum of two numbers, it must exactly divide the two numbers separately. So this is the reverse of that, but this is correct. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide the sum. This is true, but this statement is false. Okay, this is about the first mean. Now we will see the second mean. See the second mean they have given. Second one, here are two different factor tree for 60. Okay, write the missing numbers. Here they are given 60. Okay, here it is 6 and here it is 10. Here they are given 2. And this is question. Now see here, Here are two different factor tree for 60. Write the missing numbers. Okay. Now say only first one I took here, the second one you have to solve. See what is this factor tree? See here. 60. Okay, this 60 is written 6 tens are 60. 6 and 10 are the factors of 60. Yes. Again this 6. This 6 can be written as the factors of 6 are 2. How much is 6? It is 2 3s are 2 3s are 6. Now say a 10 is there. 5 is a factor of 10. 5 how much are 10? It is 5 2s are 10. So this blank they used to fill us. Now see here. 6 tens are 60, right? 6 and 10 are the factors of 60 definitely. 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. 2 3s are 6. 10, the factors of 10 are 5, 2, 5 2s are 10. Okay, this is about the factor tree. In the similar way, the second one you have to solve by yourself. Now we will see the third main. Now see the third one. So which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number. See what they are asked here. So which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? So tell me student, which factor is not included? It is, the answer is 1. Yes or no? 1 is not included in the prime factorization of a composite number. Is it true? Yes. Now say fourth question. Write the greatest 4-digit number and express in terms of its prime factors. Now say which is the greatest 4-digit number? See a solution. Greatest 4-digit number. Which is the greatest 4-digit number? The greatest 4-digit number is 9999. So this we have to express in the prime factors. Now see here. 9999. So this we are going to divide by the smallest prime factor, that is 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are. Again this we can divide it by 3. 3 1s are 1s are 1s are 1s are. Again this number is divisible by 11. Now see here. 11 1s are, 0 will come, 11 1s are. Again 101, this number we can divide it by 101. Can we divide it? No. So what we will do? 101 1s are. Okay, 101 1s are. Now we got the quotient 1 here. Quotient 1 we will stop here. Now therefore 9999 can be written as 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 101. And this is about the fourth question. In the similar way you do the fifth one. Let's see a sixth one. Find all the prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order. Okay. Now state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime factors. Now see a solution. Say what is the given number? Say given number is equal to 1729. Okay. Now we will do the prime factorization of 1729. Now see here, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 9 is 19. Okay, definitely this number is not divisible by 3. Okay, see here, 7 is a prime factor of this. Say 7 2s are 14. If here 3 will remain, 7 4s are 28. Okay, here 4 will remain, right? 7 4s is 28, 4 will remain, 32 minus 28 is 4, 7 7s are 49. Okay, again see here the next smallest prime factor is 13. 13 ones are 13. 24 minus 13. Okay, it will be 24 minus 13. How much it will be? 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. It will be 11 remain here. Okay, 13 nines are. Afterwards, the smallest prime factor is 19. 19 ones are. So therefore, what we can tell here, 1729 can be written as 7 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 19. So this is the prime factorization of 1729. Arrange them in ascending order. We arrange it in ascending order. Now state the relation, if any, between the two consecutive prime factors. Now what is the relation between the two consecutive prime factors? Here, what is the relation between 7 and 13? These are the consecutive prime factors. Okay, they have told that what is the relation between these consecutive prime factors. Now see here, what is the relation between 7 and 13? Now see here, we can tell that what is 13 minus 7? 13 minus 7. 6, right? What is 19 minus 13? It is 6. Yes or no? This we can find out here. See here, 13 minus 7 is 6, 19 minus 13 is 6. So what we can tell that, we see that what we can observe here, we can see that the difference between two consecutive prime factors is what? 6. Okay. Okay, we see that the difference between two consecutive prime factors is what? 6. Yeah, this is about the 6th mean. So now we will go for the 8th question. Now see a student, 8th one. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. With the help of some examples. Now see here, the sum of two consecutive odd number is divisible by 4. Okay. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. We have to verify this with the sum of the examples. Now see here, what is that solution? 3 plus 5. Consecutive. What is the meaning of consecutive? See here. Consecutive odd numbers they have told. What are the consecutive odd numbers? That is 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. Then 9, 11, 13, 19. These are the consecutive odd numbers, means here one after the other. See here, now I am taking 3. 3 plus 5 is what? 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay. Is this 8 is divisible by 8? Is this 8 is divisible by 4? Yes. 8 is divisible by 4. Okay. Sum of two consecutive odd numbers. Now say 1 plus 3. What is 1 plus 3? It is 4. Is this 4 is divisible by 4? 4 is divisible by 4. Next, 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 is divisible by 4. Yes, they told to verify this with the help of some examples. 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9 is what? 7 plus 9 is 16. Is 16 is divisible by 4? Yes. 16 is divisible by 4. Okay. Next, 9 plus 11. 9 plus 11. It is 20. Is 20 is divisible by 4? Okay, you can continue like this. Okay. What they are told, the sum of two consecutive odd number is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. If you want, you can continue like this. Okay. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. So this is about the 8th main. Okay. Now we will see the 10th main. So 10th one they have given, determine if 25,110 is divisible by 45. So what is the hint they have given? See here. Hint they have given is 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Okay. Test the divisibility of the numbers. Test the divisibility of the numbers by 5 and 9. Now see here, determine if 25,110 is divisible by 45. Now see here student, they are given hint here, 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. Test the divisibility of the numbers by 5 and 9. They are told test the divisibility by 45. Okay, they have told here determine is this number is divisible by 45, they are asked. Now here students, they have given hint here 5 and 9. Check the divisibility with 5 and 9. If these two are co-prime numbers, yes or no? 5 and 9 are co-prime numbers. If this number is divisible by 5 and if this number is divisible by 9, definitely the product of this is what? 5 9s are 45. I told you in some of the divisibility rules, if two numbers, okay, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, okay, definitely the product will going to divisible by that number. Okay, I will explain, you see here. See, in last class what I told. Now say I gave an example 90, okay, 9 and 10. 90 is divisible by 9, 90 is divisible by 10. If 90 is divisible by 9 and 90 is divisible by 10, definitely, and these should be two co-prime numbers, okay. If here 90 is divisible by 9 and 90 is divisible by 10, mean definitely what is the product of this? 9 10s are 90, okay. 90 is divisible by 90 also, okay. The same logic we have to tell here. Now see here, solution, the given number is 25110. They told is this number is divisible by 45, okay. To test whether this number is divisible by 45, what we will do, now see here, 5 and 9 are two co-prime numbers. Yes or no? 5 and 9 are two co-prime numbers. 5 9s is 45. If this number is divisible by 5 and if this number is divisible by 9, definitely this number will going to divisible by 25,110. Now see here, is this number is divisible by 5? How to check that? What I told the rule for 5, if in units place 0 or 5 is there, definitely that number is divisible by 5. Now see here, in this number in units place 0 is there, means what we can tell here, this number is divisible by 5. Now what we can write here, 25110 is divisible by 5. Yes, it's divisible by 5. Say what about 9? Is this number is divisible by 9? How to check that? Do sum of digits. Sum of digits is equal to what? 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0. 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. This is 9. If this answer is divisible by 9, means the whole number is divisible by 9. Therefore, what we can tell here? Therefore, 25110 is divisible by 9 also. Now see here 5 and 9 are two co-prime numbers. Yes or no? This number is divisible by 5 also and the same number is divisible by 9 also. Definitely 5 9s is 45. This number will definitely be going to divisible by 45. Okay. Now see here 25110 is divisible by what? 45. This implies 25110 is divisible by 45. So this is about the 10th method. Okay. So this completes your exercise 3.5. The remaining problems you have to try by yourself. Okay. Next we are going to see the next concept, that is highest common factor.